All right, welcome. So you made it to the template, not guide, on how to go viral every single time. I'm really excited for this because it is truly valuable. Now let me quickly run you through some baseline information before we get right into it. So, first of all, there's so many videos on YouTube where they give you information and they just leave you and you try and implement it and then you end up getting no results, right? And you watch another one, you try implementing it and you get no results. They don't actually help you. This is designed in a way where you literally just basically check off boxes, you fill in boxes, and then you get results. Okay, so this is also the same thing which I use for my clients, some of which, I just use behind the scenes to get them from point A to point B. And so you basically can put any piece of content through it and make it viral. So it's skipping years of learning, trial and error, etc. Now, why am I giving you this for completely free? Well, it is like, I'm not going to be telling you a lie. This is a lead magnet, but it is value packed and it is truly designed to provide you value. The way that this works is a percentage of business owners that see this will then decide, hey, I don't have the time to do this myself. I still don't want some trial and error that comes with this. Whatever it is, I want guaranteed results fast, whatever. Then they message me and we work together. That's how it works, but it is a win-win for both. Now, funnily enough, whilst literally writing this guide, I had someone DM me. Like literally, this was yesterday when I was writing this. You can see it was right there. I had someone message me literally off the system. Yo, you seem like a legit dude. What's your offer? Right? Now, a little bit of proof behind this. This is exactly what I used for just one of my 15 clients to generate 2.5 million niched and qualified views in the last month alone. So, first of all, there's a testimonial video. If you want to watch it, I'm going to give you access to this guide in the description, which you can watch this. Then right here is some views we got him. Obviously 2.5 million. You can see we were getting hundreds and hundreds of thousands. You can see even myself, which is extremely niche. In fact, you're lucky to even be watching this. Has 50k accounts reached, all qualified. So niche views is really where the money is at. Now, let's get into it. Now, if you're part of the 1% that watches to the end, then I can assure you that you'll get exponential results so long as you implement. So also don't skip ahead, because if you skip the first stages, you won't get any results in the end stages. First of all, you need to get clear on your market. Now, I've also added a why so you can actually understand why it's important. Well, you need a group of people, just a group of people who are interested in X topic, and then you just make videos that are interesting to that group. That's all you do. Literally, if I could put it in one sentence, find a group of people, put a name on them, get specific on who they are, and make videos which they'd like. The above client, the carnivore guy, there were obviously people interested in dieting. There were people interested in the carnivore diet. We just made video content that they would like, that they would find appealing. That's all you have to do. You just have to make content which is appealing to a group of people. So you need to get really, really clear on who that group of people is. So if the carnivore client, for example, and we go into that right here. So the deeper you niche, the slimmer the group is, but usually the easier it is to target. So don't go too broad unless your goal is to be really big. Like if you want to go really broad, then you want to be going you want to be building around like Hormozy, like Tate, like Iman. So a really bad example would be people interested in business. For 99% of people, that's a bad example, because what does that even look like? What are you going to make that's going to interest people who are interested in business? It has to be so broad to the point where it's even difficult to create. Now, you need to go deeper, right? B2B, B2C, people interested in sales, marketing, getting more clients. You need to actually get like deep on who the group actually is, what the group of people is, and what they're interested in. People watching this video, it's the group of people who run businesses online. They're making above 10k a month, and they want to use content to scale upwards. That's a group of people, because there's a group of people making above 10k a month. They've heard about how important content is. They don't know how to scale, and therefore they're watching this video. That's how it works. And you can also, in the status bar, I'm going to let you just make a copy. You just click file, make a copy. Then you literally just set, okay, I've completed it. Okay. Now, you need to set a goal. Now, it kind of sounds cliche. I used to think so as well. But the goals are the most important part, because it like sets a destination of where you want to go, right? If you go on Google Maps and you don't have a destination, you can't even start because you don't know where to go. So you need a destination. You need to be like, hey, do I want followers? Okay, how many followers do I want? Do I want 50,000 followers? Okay, well then I need to go not too niche, but still not very like somewhat broad, but not too broad, right? Or you need to be like, hey, I want conversion. So I don't care if I have 1,000 followers as long as I'm making, $10,000 or $50,000 a month. So you need to get very clear on what your goal is, what you actually want to achieve, the outcome you want to achieve from posting content. Is it more conversions, aka more people paying you? Is it more views? Do you want to be famous? Then based off that, you can decide and determine the best way to really go about things. So once again, there's just a checklist here where you literally just choose what your goal is. Is it awareness? Is it to engage your current audience? Is it to make money? Is it to do, 1 to 10 million followers like Iman or Hormozi? And each of these will really determine the scale of content which you're going to produce. If it was awareness, then you could do a mixture of organic content and ads, not very broad, as we said before, going deeper like B2B or B2C, sales, marketing, getting more niched within the initial topic. Engage current audience, you would be going very niche, literally just what they like, because the group is already there, they're following you. You just determine what they like. You can post story polls, where it's like, what would you like to see from me? Bam, 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 bam. You make content like that. Conversions. Then you want to be running ads. You would want to be setting up VSLs. See, the goal is so important because it really helps you understand the right type of content to make. Now, you just choose whatever one there. However, it is important to note, just depending on what the actual goal is, it can somewhat influence the outcome. Now, for the majority of these, except for engaged current audience, this guide will be very helpful. For engaged current audience, it's not always necessary to go viral because you don't need to. They're already seeing your content. But for everyone else, everything else, it is really important. Now, ideate plus unlimited pillars. This is really cool. This here, you just spend 1 second on, and it creates you unlimited ideas. Let's take a look. So simply start breaking what you are looking to do with the goal into pillars. So let's say your goal is, I want 50,000 followers for sales. Let's say you're a sales coach. You want $50,000 for sales. Now you can break sales down into subtopics. So for example, sales, objection handling, cold calling, cold DMing, video meetings, in-person sales. There's more pillars of sales which you can talk about. Now note, the broader you go, the more of an interest in the topic, because at the end of the day, there's more people interested in sales than there are people interested in, for example, door-to-door, right? Because it goes broader. It's like you have this big bubble, and then inside the bubble, there's a smaller one, which would be door-to-door sales. So you need to get clear on the different subtopics within, and then depending on how big you're trying to grow the brand, they'll help you determine what types of content to be making, So if you're trying to grow millions and millions of followers, you would go with the broad topics, sales. If you were trying to grow the right followers, let's say you taught people how to do door-to-door sales, you would make content just on door-to-door sales. You wouldn't go broad sales, because then, a portion of those people would not be interested in what you can help them with, which is door-to-door. And when I say qualified views, this is very important, because we only want people who can actually pay you watching. Why would you want someone who's not actually interested in what you have to offer them, what you could buy from them? Why would you want them following you? You only want people who are actually going to buy from you to follow. That's why when people get 10,000 views, it's not actually negative so long as they're the right people seeing it. You can just pull from these topics. So let's roll with the sales example. We can have the broadest up here, right? We can have the broadest here. So sales, then door-to-door. Then let's just say cold calling. Cold DMing isn't really a part of it. You wouldn't want to do appointment setting, because then once again, you'd pull unqualified people. But then you can just keep going within sales, objection handling, price structure, persuasion techniques, pre-framing. There are so many different things hidden within the topic of sales, which you can then dive into and create content about. And at the end of the day, let's say you specifically teach people on one of these, it's even better, because then you just make content about one of these, and you can break it down even more. Because if you're niched, if you're someone who teaches people how to do cold calling only, you can then take that, and that can be your broad topic, and you can break it down more. So then within cold calling, you can have, opening lines, objection handlings, getting through the gatekeepers. And there's so many more topics within, but just know that they'll get less views, which isn't negative, but they will get less views because there's less of an audience interested in that. So then you just go through and you create these topics. But if you were just someone who taught sales in general, then you could keep all of this list, right? And now you can just pull from this list and make content about each. You can literally just look at one of them, and then as written here, now you can just come up with ideas that you know for a fact their market will be interested in. You know for a fact many people are interested in cold calling. Now you can just make videos. You know, this cold call headline made me $10 million. This is the funniest thing that happened when cold calling, live cold calling. Now, a small note here, just a little growth hack for you guys, which I don't mean to include, but I'll include anyway. It's informative videos, educational videos are getting less and less liked nowadays because it takes some sort of commitment to pay attention. Everyone's attention spans are getting worse. So what tends to be happening is people more like videos where there's just a narrative, some sort of story which they can follow along with and watch. So for example, live cold calling or live door-to-door where you actually just film yourself, not on a live stream, but you just film yourself cold calling, or you film yourself door-to-door. It costs no one anything to watch that. Whereas if it was educational, they have to pay attention, they have to make sure they have to understand, they have to link separate parts. So that's another cool note right there. Now that you've found your ideas, right? Let's just say we take this. So we go sales, we go cold calling, we go, live cold call, and we go best opening line. Now we can come down to script and we can just make scripts about it. Now the scripts the purpose of them is just to not make the videos boring. So you got to learn that there are 3 different types of hooks. But before we get into the hooks, this is how the videos are structured. They start out with a hook, then they have the value, which is the meat of the video, and then they have the call to action. So there are 3 types of hooks. There's controversial, negative, and positive. Controversial is where you just say something absurd, like what, people who went viral, like Andrew Tate. He just says absurd things that a lot of people will just be like, whoa, and then they're going to pay attention to. Now, with the negative hook, you just say some sort of negative outcome, which still kind of makes sense. 99% of restaurants will fail unless they're making video content. That's like, whoa, if I run a restaurant, my business will probably fail in the next coming years unless I'm making content. I need to find out why. Negative hooks are very powerful. Positive hooks, it's where you just outline a positive outcome and you tie in positive features. So, for example, a desired result in a desired time frame. Now, the best way to illustrate this for you, I'm going to just show you some of my scripts right now. And then just to quickly go through value, it's just a section valuable to target audience. Call to action is just where you tell them to do something after the video. Follow me for more tips like this. Like this video. Comment this word for this. Now to show you some ads, which I've just been scripting and to really bring you through how they're formulated. We have, first of all, business owners making over 10K a month that want to scale to 30 to 50K a month and beyond. Are you sick? And then it moves into the problem. Now, note with the hook, it is a desirable hook, and it goes through the desired outcome. First of all, it calls them out where they are, so business owners and 10K a month. Now, if you're a business owner doing over 10K a month, you're probably going to listen that want to scale to 30 and 50K a month. That's what I want to go to. And then he starts listing out pain points. Oh, yes, I am sick and tired of spending hours creating content, and it is, not looking to my standards, and it's not getting the views and the results which I want. And then a sub hook is kind of a mini hook, which makes people more interested. Do you want to get results like Alex Hormozy, Gary Vee, or Grant Cardone? That's like a yes. And by the way, ad scripts are a bit different to normal scripts, but the principles still somewhat apply. I was just showing these because they're recent, and yeah, I thought it would be valuable of some description. If you're a business owner making over 10K a month, then the fastest way to scale to 50K a month and beyond is visible content, video content. Once again, we're calling them out where they are, and then we're telling them their desired outcome and what's actually going to get them there. And then the sub hook, this is a really good sub hook for you. This just makes people interested because the hook captures their attention. The sub hook gives them a reason to watch. So, and no, it's not my services, it's this free template. When you're watching that, you're like, what the hell? Like, most people running ads are just selling their services. This guy's telling me it's not his services. I need to pay attention. This template, what on earth? And that's really how they work. Now, with organic content, you definitely, in most cases, you don't want to be calling them out. Like, if you're this person here and want to go here, you don't want to be doing that. It's only really with ads when you can get targeted and you can actually show it to the right people, where you can add targeting, sorry. So with content, it's a little bit different, but that's an example of some sort of a desirable hook. Coming back here for you. Editing. Now, video editing really ups the retention and it increases the chance of it performing. Now, don't get sucked into believing that you need the craziest edits on the market, that if you want to go viral, that you need to just have the best editing out there, because it doesn't really matter. Like, I've seen videos with no editing, even mine and my clients' ones, which perform with little to no editing. In fact, my least edited video on my page went viral, right? It's just about the other factors. It's about if there's a market interested in it. It's about your goal behind the video. It's about the idea behind the video and if that is appealing to the market, and so on and so forth. And just tying into what we were talking about earlier, these thumbnails here, these are just appealing to the market. If you're interested in the carnivore diet, then you'll be interested in what the best cut of meat is, right? Especially from a jacked guy. The easiest diet in the world. If you're interested in dieting, then you're going to be like, how is this the easiest diet in the world? I need to listen, right? How to start carnivore. You're watching this. Oh, how to start the carnivore diet. I see. And that's how you go about things. Now, you don't need the crazy editors, because if you see any videos with crazy editors go viral, it's usually just because other video editors like it. And you don't want other video editors looking at your videos, because unless you're a video editor coach, they're not going to pay you. Now, a little rule of thumb, you want every 3 seconds some sort of thing to happen in your video, whether it's a zoom, a sound, whatever, because that just helps with their attention, because people's attention spans are bad. Visual hook, especially in the first 3 seconds, these are visual hooks, right? There's text enticing them to watch, best type of meat, and then there's an image which really just looks good and makes people want to watch. Now, I can't help you with your edits here, because unless you want to work with me where I do all your edits for you, I do all your scripts for you, I do everything for you to get results, then I can't do that for you. But I can tell you there is an AI tool which isn't, I never recommend my clients or anyone in my network to use, really, because it's just not there yet. But if you are trying to get some sort of editing, you can use this AI tool called Submagic. It's alright, but it's definitely still not there. I think maybe give it 5 years or so and it'll get somewhere much better. And then some growth hackers. There's so many growth hackers. For my clients, I use literally 24 plus, but I'm going to give you one for free right now, which I used to get my client his best performing video, which was approximately 500,000 niche views. Now, it's leveraging something more popular than you. So in the video, my client talked about Jordan Peterson, that's his name, and Jordan Peterson's daughter, and then tied it into what he does and what his market is interested in, which is the carnivore diet. Because when people see that, they're like, holy crap, Jordan Peterson, who's this famous person, and carnivore diet, I didn't even know the two things were correlated. Or Jordan Peterson's daughter and the carnivore diet, I didn't know these things had any sort of relationship together. And so you've kind of piqued this curiosity. If Jordan Peterson does it, I need to find out. That's why people will buy Ronaldo sneakers, or they'll buy this influencer's merch. That's how it works. You're really just tying in someone more popular than yourself and then tying it into what you do and capturing attention that way. So as I said, we use Jordan Peterson and his daughter, etc., etc. So to implement this for yourself, who is someone that's more famous than you that has done something that's appealing to your market? Now, make sure that your market actually knows who this person is. The majority of the market actually knows who they are. And now you simply just tie the two together and make sure that the hook and the visual hook, so the actual what he's saying in the first few seconds and what they see on screen, aka the text and the actual effect, is correlated, because that's really what's going to capture their attention. If not, there's just going to be so much churn there. And that's really how it works. If you implement this guide and try it over and over, I can promise you that your videos will perform, because this is exactly what I do for my clients, and it works. It genuinely just, the videos perform. Where a lot of people get trapped, which I see, is in this ideation stage, because a lot of people will get sucked into the volume mindset where they're just like, this idea, this idea, this idea, this idea. They don't actually think, hey, will my audience actually be interested in this piece of content? Would my audience benefit from this? If I was on a call with them right now and I told them this, would it be helpful? Would they have even asked me a question about this in the first place? You really need to be careful in the ideation stage. If you create just 3 ideas, I would be happy with you. Genuinely, I think 3 ideas is perfect. If you even create 3 ideas right after watching this, I think you'll do very well, because you need to think long and hard. You could spend 5-10 minutes just thinking of 3 ideas that the people in your market, based off who your market actually is, and then your goal, would actually resonate with. If you can just create 3 ideas like that and really put thought into it, really put effort into it, you can also do several other things to kind of confirm that, like looking at your competitors' pages and seeing what performed there. If you have competitors doing content and they have videos here and there performing, you can go on Reddit or Quora and search up your topic, search up the niche within that, and see what they're doing as far as like what questions they're asking. And then you can really tie it in and just create perfect ideas. Literally, 3 ideas is all you need, as long as they're perfect. I don't want you getting trapped into making content which people, the market, the group of people interested in it, won't be interested in. So I need you to be very, very careful in this ideation stage. And then scripting, you need to make sure that your idea is clearly shown within the scripting. And then edit, you just really, I guess, confirm what's being said in the script and retain the people throughout. You can implement growth hackers. Now, here's the time for my call to action, of course. It is a lead magnet. So if you are a business owner and you don't want to go through all this trial and error of growing and monetizing your audience, you don't have to spend 5 to 10 hours per week to get results rapidly. I'm ready. Now, if you're a business owner and you don't want to go through all the trial, so now here's the time for my pitch. Of course, it is a lead magnet. I hope it was really valuable. But if you are a business owner and you don't want to go through all the trial and error of rapidly growing and monetizing your audience, and you don't have 5 to 10 hours per week to spend on content creation, ideating, filming, etc., but you do want results rapidly through our 24 proven systems, then here is my pitch to you. We will install our proven content distribution system designed to 2x your current revenue and exposure in the next 60 days. So if you want to learn more about what this will look like for you, then just DM me the word 24 on Instagram or book a call with me using the link in the description. There's a link. And then also there's some of our systems, just a bunch of documents, SOPs, processes, filled with growth hackers throughout to really get our clients results. Now, no, it's not a coaching program. I don't just want to dump information on you and leave it. We are going to be holding your hand and doing as much of the process with and for you as possible. So if you're interested in that, just click the link there or click the link in this YouTube link below. Booking a call with me. I'll be excited to speak with you. I'll be happy to speak with you. Some quick results. As we said, we have Julie on your right here. And he's still working with me to this day. And some more recent results, you can check his IG for this, added I think $50,000 in 2 weeks. And some other results, of course, I can pull up my IG. We can check my story highlights. Been getting more and more by the day. Myself, I've generated a lot of money this year at 15. I hit my first 15K month in Australian dollars, so 10,000 US dollars. And of course, we have the renowned results page right here. We have, of course, Drew here, very happy with the content. We have Taron, who added 33,000 USD MRR in his first month. So he added 3.5K monthly payers to his info product community and 6 people to his $5,000 coaching, $33,000 there. We have Julian, of course. We have 41,000 views in the first video for Jacob. We have, when I just started working with How to Carnivore, the first ever video, of course, went viral. And then since then, just a breakdown of last month, we added 30,000 Australian dollars, 20,000 US dollars to his business. I think it was more like 24,000 US dollars. I wanted to be a bit humble. I think we did about 2.5 million views. We added 7,000 followers, very, very close to the 50,000 follower goal for this month already. We're at 47.5K right now, and scaled to 35 to 40,000 Australian dollars. So that's some results for clients. Other than that, we can see once again Julian on my story right now. Very, very happy with the work. You're a beast. Honestly, we're going to have to get you editing more. That was the edit we did for him. So if you are a business owner and you're interested in working with me, or interested in me holding your hand through the whole process and getting results just like all my clients, then click this link here or click the link below this video, book a call with me, or just DM me the word 24 on Instagram and let's talk. I'm excited to speak with you. Let's get it.